Okay, the next question is how many protons, neutrons, and electrons are in the most common ion formed from magnesium-24? Okay. Enter your answers as whole numbers. So this is actually a fill in the blank question, so we want to make sure we do enter our answers as whole numbers. And so it says the most common ion of magnesium 24, and so that just tells us that's the mass we're dealing with. So we can also see this written this way. So 24 magnesium. It's asking about protons, neutrons, and electrons. But the thing you have to be careful on this question is asked about the most common ion. So when we look at the periodic table, what we see is that magnesium is actually in the second column of the periodic table. So if you want to look at that, where you see magnesium is that second column. So think about how many valence electrons magnesium has. So magnesium is going to have 2 valence electrons. It's a metal, so we know it's tending to lose electrons. It's going to form a cation, and because it has 2 valence electrons, it's going to lose those, and it's going to form a cation with a 2 plus charge. Okay, so that's actually what we're looking for the protons, neutrons, and electrons in, because notice the question asks about the ion. So when we look at protons, we know that's determined from the periodic table. So we see the atomic number there for magnesium is 12. So that means we have 12 protons. The mass is 24, and so it's protons plus neutrons equals the atomic mass. So that means we're going to have 12 neutrons because 12 plus 12 is 24. But electrons are not going to be 12. If it were a neutral atom, it would have 12. But remember, we formed an ion. We lost electrons. We only gain and lose electrons to form ions. So we lost 2 electrons. So if it was neutral, it would have 12 electrons. We've lost 2. So we're only going to have 10 electrons. And this is for the ion, not for the neutral atom.